Okay, so today we're going to talk about how to practice finger drumming with Melodics, which is arguably our favorite tool to practice finger drumming. There's a few features in Melodics that I don't really see a whole lot of people talking about, so we'll be going over those, namely the BPM auto change in practice mode. But yeah, in the office, we've been paying for Melodics out of our own pocket for over a year now, and I gotta say, like, everything that you see me doing on the beatbox, I've pretty much learned it from just going through Melodics for a couple minutes a day. For every single customers of the beatbox, you do get a free version of Melodics that only has 5 minutes a day of practice time, but they give you a bunch of extra accessible lessons in addition to their normal trial. So that's pretty good. Let's get into it. So I'm kind of a higher level finger drummer at this point. So we'll go for something that's a little more difficult. So today I just wanted to show you kind of even if you go into a lesson without having actually tried the lesson, if you just go through the Melodics practice mode, you're pretty much going to get everything. So let's go into this lesson right here. This is a grade 15 lesson. I've never really played this one before. So right off the bat, the one downside of Melodics is that all the lessons are developed by individual beat makers. So as you can see, all the drum layouts are usually to the preference of that specific beat maker, which might not really go well for everybody, right? So what I like to do first is edit the pad layout a bit. So the way I do my finger drumming is I'll have my kick, my snare on the right hand side, and I'll have my hi-hat and open hi-hat on the left. That seems about right. If I have any cymbal, I usually put it on the hat side because I don't know, cymbals are more closely associated with open hats, I think, in terms of patterns. I'll usually put my ghost snare usually right next to my other snare. If I have two snares, they usually be together. I think that logically make a little more sense. And I'll put my two toms down below. That way I can get some quick accessible drumming, like something like that. So let's have this saved and let's have a listen to the song. Okay, so now let's go into performance mode and see if we can get this the first try. I'm pretty good, so I should be able to do this. So good, 0 out of 100. Eating my words real quick. Anyways, let's go back to the song. So what I'm trying to say is, if you go into a pattern that you're not familiar with, that has techniques that you don't really utilize, then even if you're a pretty good finger drummer, if you just go into a new song full speed, you're not gonna get just about anything. So something that's really helpful is Melodics practice mode. So in practice mode, you're going to be able to slow down the track speed. And Melodics also offers a variety of tools that you can utilize to maintain a steady progress to your finger drumming skills. Right? So let's go into practice mode. Let's drop the BPM down to something that we're going to be comfortable with. So let's say maybe about 60. At this speed, I should be able to see what's actually going on in the track instead of, trying really hard to keep my pace. So let's try this now. Let's see this in open hi-hat. Okay, so that last little bit, there's absolutely no chance of me getting this in the first try because I have no idea what's going on. So let's go into set loop and let's set a loop of this section alone. What this does is that it's going to loop this one section over and over. And let's also turn on auto BPM. What this does is that instead of having to increase the speed yourself, once you pass the threshold that you set in auto BPM, the BPM of the track is automatically going to be bumped up by, I think, like from 2 to 5 BPM, something like that. So, let's just set it to 1 star. 1 star means, I think, getting 50% correct, or at least get a 50 out of 100 points. So this should be a pretty good starting point. And let's see if we can actually get this.
It will help you to do a better job.
So you see how that's a huge improvement from before. And let's see the official practice time. So today we've practiced a total of 24.6 minutes, and we were able to get this kind of a crazy pattern that we initially couldn't get any notes correct, basically. So as you can see, going into practicing with Melodics with the auto BPM loop setting approach, it's a lot more efficient than just jumping into it full speed. With this type of approach, you should be able to get just about any pattern down that Melodics offers you. In fact, most of the early marketing material from our social media page was made by me after about 3 or 4 months of Melodics. So if you just put in some time every day, you're definitely going to be able to do some impressive finger drumming. And here you see me doing this entire practice session in one sitting, which is honestly not very ideal. I'm just trying to prove a point. In reality, you really want to break your practice sessions to 10-15 minute sessions every day. Keep in mind though, if you do break up your practice sessions into multiple days, say the second day you come back, you want to drop your BPM down a little bit from what you got to the day before, because after a day of not practicing, you're going to forget some of the muscle memory, and if you go back to practicing full speed, you're going to develop some really bad habits just because you're trying really hard to keep up the pace. So it's best to actually drop your BPM by about 5, just so you're developing skills at a steadier pace. Anyways, that's what we have for you today. For more tips and tricks, go visit rhythmo.io. We post stuff pretty regularly. But anyways, enjoy.